Yes, welcome back, children. As already we discussed that historical sources. Through the historical sources, we know about the history, about the past. We know about the past. That historical sources classified into two, that is literary sources and archaeological sources. That archaeological sources, we can see that artifacts, the things what they used, the place where they lived, everything. Then literary sources, that is in written way, okay, in written method, in written things. Okay, that literary sources was classified into two, that is manuscripts and inscriptions. Inscriptions we saw that where they usually were written in the or inscribed in the hard surfaces such as metal or stone. These stone or metals are carrying the messages from king's orders, because they inscribed and kept it in a public place means everybody's have to see that one and obey the order of the king. And sometimes it have the message, it include the ordinary people, including the queen and kings also, what they did, and especially the details of the victories. Okay, children, did you clear about the inscriptions? Now manuscripts, I also told the manuscripts, they were written by hand on palm leaves, bark of birch trees, etc. As here the palm leaves and the birch trees. The manuscripts they used to make from these things. The manu means it is hand, because there was no printing press in those days, so they were written by hands only, especially on palm leaves and barks of birch trees. What was these lot of manuscripts were eaten by the insects, and it was a lot of manuscripts were destroyed. Some we have still preserved in the places, temples and monasteries. Okay, these manuscripts tells us what, deals with what. These dealt with religion, religious beliefs, followings, everything, and also king's life, the methods of science, the methods of medicines, epics, poems, literatures, everything they given in the manuscripts. Okay, yes. Books dealt with all kinds of subjects, religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicine and science. Besides, there were epics and poems also. Manuscripts given these details, religious beliefs, practices, lives of the kings, and the way of medicines they used, and also the science. Besides, there were epics and the poem. Yes. Then second one. First we saw the literary sources, then archaeological sources. Here we are going to see the archaeologist. Who is called archaeologist? The person who study about the past. Okay, they were called the archaeologist. What was their work? People who study the past objects, that was their work. They read what that inscriptions, whatever they have got, and also they want to find the year what they present. Archaeologists, they excavate the earth to find out other sources. Then they study bones of animals, plants, remains, etc. Even with the bones, they could find that bones is which year, what is the era for them, whether it is men or women, or even we can, in the later chapter you can know, with the skeleton, they able to say whether the persons are rich or poor people. Okay, so these informations they will find from the archaeological sites. Archaeological sources means the things they were used in olden days, or the places or the primary sources. Okay, that things are called archaeological sources. Archaeologist, the person who study about the past objects. They excavate the land and know about the past, and they study bones of animals, plants, remains, etc. Yes, children. Historians. Yes, People who study the past using the historical sources. Yes, if we got, for example, if we got a statue, okay, but we cannot know whether it is which period that statue belong. Okay, whether it is made by a king or an ordinary people. That type of statue is in whose, that is whose kings. In Tamil Nadu means whether it is Cholas, Pandyas or Cheras. Like these details the historians are able to give for us. Okay, children, without the historians we don't know about, we nothing know about the history. Okay, the historians only read the past things the archaeologists taken, then they give the information to us, we be able to read the histories. Yes, children, only 2 simple topics we touched today. What was that? Names of the land. Okay, what are the 2 names for our land we often use? India and Bharat. Okay, why we got the name India? The word India comes from the Indus. Okay, the Indus rivers which flows in the India. After the river land part is called India. The Indus river usually called by familiarly used the word Indus or Hindus by the people of Iranian and Greeks 2500 years ago. So the places after the Indus or Hindus we are called as India. In this way our country got the name India. Otherwise the name of the Indus is called Sindhu, was called Sindhu. It was in Sanskrit. Okay. Then the second Bharat. How we got the name Bharat? A group of people who lived in the northwest part of India. This was mentioned in the Rig Veda. Rig Veda is the oldest written document. It was written before 3000. It was written 3500 years ago. Then we could find about the past with these helps: manuscripts, inscriptions, historians, archaeologists. Okay, without the historical sources we are unable to know about the past. Okay, with the historical sources the historians give the history for us, then we know about the past through the history. That historical sources divided into 2, that is archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources, the things they used. Literary sources, the things which was written. That literary sources here classified manuscripts and inscriptions. Manuscripts, it was written normally by hand, because manu is a Latin word, came from Latin, it gives the meaning hand. In those days people were used only by hand. Okay, they were used especially the palm leaves and barks of the birch trees for writing. Okay, what was that manuscripts? They dealt with religion, kings, science, medicine, literature, etc. And the inscriptions. The inscriptions normally written on the hard surfaces such as metal or stone. Normally the message from the kings. The king's order should be inscribed on a stone and they kept in a public places. The people of the area or country want to read that one and obey the king's order. And sometimes it including the life of the normal people of kings, queens also. Especially that victory of kings was inscribed in maximum inscriptions. Then manuscripts, maximum manuscripts were written in Sanskrit and also Prakrit language and somewhat in Tamil. The manuscript books dealt with all kinds of subjects, religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicine and science. Besides there were epics and poems. Then archaeological sources. The archaeologist, a person who studies about the past and past objects. They dealt with the bones of the animals, plant and human remains also. They excavate the earth to find out the other sources. If they excavate means they can get more other sources such as inscriptions, not literary sources and other things they can get. Archaeologists, the people who study the past objects. Historians, people who study the past using the historical things. That archaeologists, what they will do, they excavate the lands and they give the things what they find, okay, underneath the earth. Here historians use that archaeological sources and other historical sources. They give the informations to us. Okay children, shall we go to the next slide? Let's revise. Are you ready? Yes, the word India comes from the dash called Sindhu in Sanskrit. What was the river name? We discussed, I said already, Indus. Very good. For whom was the name Bharat used? A group of people lived in our northwest part of our country. It was mentioned in the Rig Veda. Rig Veda was composed in Sanskrit. What are manuscripts? Manuscripts are written by hand. Manu means it is a Latin word, gives the meaning hand. All the written documents or other poems, stories, religious message, everything written by hand in those days. That's called manuscripts, especially in the palm leaves and barks of birch trees. The Latin word manu means hand. Name the leaf on which manuscripts have been written. What are the leaves we discussed? The manuscripts were written especially on the palm leaves and barks of birch trees. Okay children? Then, what are the inscriptions? The inscriptions are the written documents or written things which was on the hard surfaces such as stone or metal. Yes, this is the important question to you. I am not going to give the answer for you, and also we didn't discuss in this lesson. You just go through the book and give the answer to me. Name the emperor whose inscription has been found from Gandhar. Name the emperor whose inscription has been found from Gandhar. Then, who are archaeologists? Who are archaeologists? The person who study about the past and past objects. And also they excavate the land for the other sources. They also find the plant remains, animal remains and skeleton of humans for to know the past. Excavate means they are underneath the earth. Historians means who is called historians? The person give the informations or give the history used the historical sources. Okay children? Yes. Listen. Now take your textbook. Go through the page number 4 and 5. Okay. In the fourth page number you can see names of the land and finding out about the past. Okay, you should underline the things and give me what are the important things about the manuscripts you read, and the questions, can you think of the advantages of writing on a hard surface and what could have been the difficulties. For this question also you want to give the answer to me. Okay children, so today's class we discussed only the name of the land, India and Bharat, because of the Indus River and group of people. Then finding about, yes. Thank you children. Take care. They will